know that Abraham Avinu lived here. We know that he purchased, again, the first purchase of Jewish property in Eretz Israel, and rightfully purchased, and really, proving that the land does belong to us.
I'm in the wars of Yehoshua. Context quickly. Enter at Yericho. Next stop. Ai. Next thing, what happens is there's a group of people that fool us. They're known as the Giv'onim. What did the Giv'onim do? They actually made Yehoshua think they're from far off, so he said, okay, I can sign some kind of treaty, contract, something with you. And the next morning they find out they're right here and they're totally annoyed, but you can't really break that covenant. They actually live within the Nachala of Binyamin. Yes, they do. Perek Yud, that's exactly what we're talking about. Vayhi chishmoa Adoni Tzedek melech Yerushalayim, ki lachad Yehoshua et ha'ai vayacharima, ka'asher asa li'richo u'lmalka ken asa la'ai u'lmalka, v'chi hishlimu yoshvei Giv'on et Yisrael vayu bekirbam. Vayir'u me'od ki ir gdola Giv'on ke'achat arei ha'mamlacha, וכי היא גדולה מן האי וכל אנשי הגיבורים. וישלח אדוני צדק מלך ירושלים אל הוהם מלך חברון. ואל פרעם מלך ירמות, ואל יפיע מלך לכיש, ואל דביר מלך עגלון לאמור, עלו אליי ועזרוני ונקה את גבעון. Who is he attacking? He's not attacking Israel. He's attacking Givon. But what do Givon do? We're under attack. They send to Yehoshua, we need help. You're our ally, sort of. So he needs to help them. If we'll go through Perek Yud quickly, the war begins in Givon. Yehoshua is beating them up, and then goes west. From Givon he goes down towards the hilly plain area, below the wall, the big mountains. And what actually happens is he captures the 5 kings. And then continues fighting, gets to Yarmut, and gets to Lachish, and gets to Livna on the way, and goes up to Hebron. And at the end, Yehoshua basically does not attack Yerushalayim, but they do reach Hebron. Who's the one that really takes over Hebron? His partner, Kalev ben Yefuneh, his partner from still the days in the Midbar, and he's the one that will actually take over this place and become the leader, the governor, choose a word, of Hebron. In Yoshua Tetvav, when we deal with the space of Shevet Yehuda, we can actually see that it's mentioned, let's say through the book of Yoshua, there are a few tribes that get a little bit more attention and others that get a little bit less. Yehuda gets also a very thorough description of where do they live, which means their borders, and also the inside. Cities, a list of cities inside, and the list of the cities inside is very, very long and quite interesting. I'll get to that in a moment. But I will start with Pasuk Yud Gimel. After they go through where are the borders of this tribe's space, ולחלב בן יפונה נתן חלק בתוך בני יהודה אל פי השם ליהושע, which means this is an order from above. את קריית ארבע אבי הענק היא חברון. ויורש משם כלב את 3 בני הענק. ויעל משם אל יושבי דביר, ושם דביר לפנים קריית ספר. And then we have a continuation of more, and there's a count within them. Why do we need so many cities and so many counting again and again and again? This is serious shevet. They're big, and they did quite well in capturing their land. Other shvatim will have a lot less information, also because they just didn't do it so well. And then I get to Samech Aleph, that's the last piece I want to get to, Bamidbar, which means in the desert. And this is actually not Midbar Yehuda itself, it's the shoreline of the Dead Sea already. Because here you have one of the sites known as Ein Gedi that we still identify. And a few more that we can try to identify. Which means what do we get here? It's very, very organized with lots of information, and that means we have this is a serious shevet. They do their job very well. And this is the first one that is actually related so thoroughly, and from here it just goes down and down and down to these miniature numbers of just giving us a little bit of information and not a word more.
Hebron holds special significance for my family, for the Abraham family. I have a great-grandfather who lived here during the 1920s, and in 1929 during the Hebron massacre. He survived. And then in later years, my family decided to purchase a home called Bet HaShalom, which is a strategic location between Kiryat Arba and Marat Machpelah, surrounded all by Arab homes. So again, they bought it because strategically, any place that we can have a Jewish presence makes it safer for any of the Jews that live here. So as you know, in order to get to Marat Machpelah, we can't drive through Hebron, we have to drive through Kiryat Arba. But as you exit Kiryat Arba, you have to drive through Arab homes in order to get to the Mara. So by having Jewish people living in Bet HaShalom, it gives a Jewish presence along that route. Similarly, in recent years, another family, not from the community, purchased two homes. They call them Bet Rachel and Leah, which is on the other side of Marat Machpelah, going deeper into Hebron. And also, it provides better safety and security for all the Jews that live in this area.